Hi, good day. We are going to present the project of the passive knee mobilizer, and our team is conformed by your server, Jesus, Diego Antonio, Ramiro Valencia, y Daniel Valenzuela. We are going to start with the presentation.
Okay, here we can see the comparison between the design that we made and the real prototype. And here, um, as you can see, it's very similar. We only decide to make a few modifications in order to make more comfortable for the patient, obviously. Here you can see the difference between both. As you can see, it's very similar, but uh, another thing that you need to know is that the design was inspired by other prototype, but we decided to improve and add more things to make it more comfortable. And then Daniel will tell you the materials that we used to develop.
Well, we use different materials to make this project possible. To begin with, I will explain how we build the base. For the structure, we use a three-quarter profile and cut two sections of 1.20 meters and two more sections of 30 centimeters. Then we reuse some crutches and a walker, and we cut the tubes to make a structure that adapt to the base. And is the part of the mobilizer where the patient's foot will put. We use a pair of bearings to keep this structure stable. And we use a pin rock that acts as an axis to which we transmit the force and of the electrical motor to make it turn. We use an Arduino Mega to program and automate our prototype. Also, in the electrical components, we are going to use a bridge H and a power source. Basically, those are the components for our project.
Okay, then Diego explain you the function of the mobilizer.
Diego, sorry, I think you have your microphone off.
Okay, sorry. Um, okay, the main function for the passive mobilizer is to give a user an experience for a quick recovery in the knee with the less effort of the patient. The mobilizer can be controlled of two different ways, either manually or remotely. And the way manually, a keypad is in charge of receiving the data. In this case, the degrees that the user is going to put in the keypad. The remotely, the user needs to connect via Bluetooth through an application designed in the mobilizer for the mobilizer. An HC05 modular receives the connection data, and the user can interact with the app, can enter the data, and can change the engine, be able to flex on deflect the knee. And for example, this is a video about how the application works. In the screen, you can see all the devices that you have in your device with the Bluetooth, and you need to connect the device to interact with the app, and then you can see the menu. For example, two buttons that can change the movement to the mobilizer, and in the keypad you can interact with it, introduce some numbers that can be taken as a degrees to give a Arduino the programmation. And next, my classmate Jesus is going to explain you the programming.
Well, we are going to see a little bit about the programmation. As you can see in the screen, we are going to use two or more libraries. In this case, is for the LSD, the screen, and for the keyboard is the, yes, the keyboard. Okay, from this part, since char, we have the configuration to the keyboard until I think this part, keypad, it's equal to, yes, right. Okay, all this information is the configuration about of the keyboard. If we, I don't remember how do you say bajar la pantalla. If we, well, in this part we can make the configuration about the LSD because we need to show a message that we are going to see um, most how do you say adelante?
The head.
Yes, okay. Well, here in the void loop is when we define the pins or some things like that. For example, here we have the LSD. We define the value of pulsation that is equal to 0, and in the other part, in the void intro, is the part that is going to show us the message. In this case, movilizador de rodilla is the message that is going to that we are going to see in the screen. Okay, in this part, all this part is the programmation about the degrees that we are going to use to configure the mobilizer of knee because we are going to select the degrees that we want to flexion the knee. Well, here we have the times that the that is going to in high or low, and for the other part we have the int that it's going to equal to grados, leer grados. This structure is because it is when we are going to select the number, for example 40, 25, I don't know, some things like that. And yes, can we bajar?
We slow down.
Well, yes. In this part, we only need to improve the programmation because we have the program until here, until while the instruction while, and others we need to improve, and we are going to show a little video about the function of the mobilizer. Well, here we have the message, and here we are going to introduce the degrees that we want to select. For example, 44. And here we are going to select the letter A that is equal to say OK. And that's it. The mobilizer is going to start to account the time. And basically is the the programmation.
Okay, in conclusion, we want to give to the patient a great experience to use a Mobilizer. Could be remotely or manually, and to bring to the patient a great cooperation for their needs. It is important for us to explain those all things, and we can show you how to the Mobilizer works with a person. In this case, in the real life, the Mobilizer makes the rotational movement with a motor, and the knee is going to flex until the degrees are complete. And this is the main function of the Mobilizer. So that's it. I don't know if my classmates want to add something more, or it's all.
It's all.
Okay,
That's it.
that's it for us. Thank you for your attention.